preparation for the game. You probably talk about his training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 30 short, 3rd and 1.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. An audible here to get a new look. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. Stroud now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Stroud off the play fake. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Olave, 56 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks are back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
Seahawks 11. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And a very good return. They'll be set up well when we resume action in the 2nd quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
On the quick.
And the Buccaneers.
Stroud sets up the play action. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. A run up the middle with Irvin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Once again, it's Irvin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Stroud out of the gun here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Irving will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, and you've made some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
First and 10 at the 44-yard.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Chris Olave.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2 at the Bucs' 18.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second and a couple.
Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Walker with a grab, left side. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third down and 1.
Warriors 70, Cougar 19.
On play action, they'll throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
70 Timberwolves.
Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From a yard out. And the Seahawks get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Now back to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now Stroud. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Now they can't bring him down. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from taking the lead.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 6. Stroud looking to throw. Olave in the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
37-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Reek Willen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be touchdown at the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 51 yards. And the Seahawks have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And a lane slow materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Complete to Chris Godwin. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
18.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and 3. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tracking 18.
From the gun, it's Walker. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds, so partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
All right. 18.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Handoff running left, Irving. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Stroud now to throw. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Seahawks, 38.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
2nd and 10.
16 Eagles, 10 through 11, 10 through 11. Coogan, let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now what a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
And now an audible here into something else.
Ready.
Here's Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Ready, check.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he put.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Get it. 7 Pirates. Not Franco 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Stroud to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Come on. Set. Franco 80.
Straight ahead, Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will score. score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Seahawks take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. 18.
Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
3rd and 15.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Stroud. And this one is incomplete.
I mean, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Otten. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 60 yards. And the Buccaneers
Stroud to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. This ball intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.